Hi everyone, this is Dan Stolbarger. Welcome to our KFIR Middle East update, the week of, looking back at the week of November 6th. And we're facing our first major snowstorm up here in Coeur d'Alene. So there might be some background noise, snow plows, etc. But we're going to jump right in because it was a monumental week. Stunning victory for Netanyahu. And when asked basically during the campaign, what are the things that we can expect? I think we're going to find a dramatic step soon regarding the terror threat from Iran. Not sure when, not sure what it will look like, but Netanyahu will not allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Some would say that's the only reason that he ran. I think also we're going to find a continuation with the Abrahamic Accords. I think Netanyahu who's already met with the Saudis, but I think this is a major issue for him to bring the Saudis into the Abrahamic Accord camp, I guess you would say. This is our sort of news bites, just a reminder that you can get the PDF PowerPoint that accompanies this YouTube. There's a link on the YouTube page, or you can just go to our website at holygroundexplorations.com. One other thing, we're going to find that because of the overwhelming victory of the Israeli right, there's concerns about the extreme right. I have those concerns as well, but over the next month or two, we're going to find some saber rattling and rockets, of course, being launched, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But you have to understand that what's taking place between Israel and the Palestinians never had anything to do about land. It has everything to do about the existence of Israel today. Don't ever forget that. Palestinian Media Watch reported this. No big surprise here. It might shock you, but same old, same old. Physics test for high schoolers in Palestinian schools asked to calculate the distance a terrorist murderer traveled to where he's going to commit his next terror attack. That's sort of right up front in your face, isn't it? Well, here's the major articles this week. One person that I've followed over the years that I think very highly of is Caroline Glick. And regarding, this was what she wrote before the election. She says, it isn't Netanyahu that divides Israelis from their countrymen. Our domestic debate revolves around one question. Do we believe in our nation state and wish to preserve and defend it? Or do we reject our national identity and our national rights and aspire to replace both with a globalist, progressive identity devoid of Zionism and of Jewish sovereignty? This is the question that will be answered when we go to the polls on Tuesday. So they went to the polls and Bibi wins. And his comments, which I find fascinating in light of what Caroline Glick just wrote, his comments on victory: the nation wants another way. It wants security. It wants to lower the cost of living. It wants strength. It doesn't want shame. It doesn't want to lower its head. It wants an upright stance. It wants political understanding, but with firmness. He added, you know what else it wants? To return the national pride that was taken from us. And this we will bring. Again, the Likud leader that has served as prime minister from 96 to 99 and again from 09 to 2021 now has 4 weeks and I don't think it's going to take him that long. I would be surprised if he's not sitting in the prime minister's seat next week. But he's got 4 weeks to form a coalition, and we'll wait and see about that. One of his longtime allies, and we've talked about this situation with Iran, a longtime ally of Netanyahu, says he believes that the presumed incoming prime minister, Bibi, will order a strike on Iran's nuclear facilities if the U.S. does not secure a new nuclear deal with Tehran and fails to take action itself. He made these comments on Channel 12 News on Friday, and he goes on to say that Netanyahu will act, in my assessment, to destroy the nuclear facilities in Iran. He makes the comment that there's a fire that's been burning inside of him now for over 25 years, and he has no doubt in his mind that Israel will, for the first time, be facing the potential regime of Iran with nuclear weapons if Israel does not strike first. So, wait and see. When we talk about the concerns of the election on the extreme right, we know that Ben Gvir is extreme right. In the past, he's made statements like all Arabs should die. He's sort of tempered that down now in terms of all terrorists must die. But with the elections taking place and rockets being launched and terrorism in the street, the new guy, Ben Gvir, speaks. In his words, a wave of terror that attacks Israelis continued today as 3 police officers were wounded in a stabbing attack in the Old City, prompting Gvir to tweet, quote, "The time has come to restore security to the streets. The time has come to make order here. The time has come for a landlord here. The time has come that a terrorist who goes out to carry attacks against civilians, Israelis, needs to be eliminated." Again, with what's been taking place, that pendulum is swinging to the right. And we'll just have to see how far it swings. As we mentioned, rockets were launched. The article here simply says, rockets from Gaza, here we go again. And 3, as we know, were launched 2 days after Israelis elections, when the results of a right-wing government that will be built by Likud, by Bibi, when it was crystal clear that the votes had been counted. Hamas ruled Gaza, fired 3 rockets. Iron Dome took 1 of them out. The other 2 didn't get past the borders of Gaza. But once again, we'll see if this was a one-time deal or if more rockets will be launched. And we know by now that there will be not just an Iron Dome, but an Iron Fist retaliation. A couple articles. One is regarding Turkey, and the other is, I hate to make fun of this, but it's Kamala Harris and her comments. Vice President Kamala Harris announced yesterday that the U.S. intends to have Iran removed from the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. Given her quote, given Iran's brutal crackdown on women and girls protesting peacefully for their rights, Iran is unfit to serve on the commission. Harris tweeted this and said to the protesters, "We see you, we hear you." What a radical step, Kamala. I think I just said, duh, do you think? Come on. Now, the last one is with Turkey and what's up with Turkey. And Erdogan, again, has had a strong foothold of power. There are those that would say corruption. But this is the first time put it this way, in 2023 will be the first election which Erdogan is not the clear favorite. And it's unlikely that there will be a smooth democratic transfer of power. We just mentioned Turkey because of that alignment with Russia, Turkey and Iran that is delineated for us in the book of Ezekiel in chapter 38 and 39. So we, again, in all of these, we sort of take that wait and see approach. But more than that, we encourage prayer. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the leaders that have been elected. And then for all of you in the States, this is Monday that I'm recording this, a reminder, vote. Vote, vote, vote. That's tomorrow. The times in which we're living require us to step up. Okay, going to Israel again in February. Can't wait. February, let's see, I think the dates are the 15th through the 24th. I know there was some confusion on flyers that I sent out this week. I substituted May for February, but it is February. We're going, we can't wait. And again, great Christmas present to give someone or even yourself, because a trip to the land changes your life. I have no doubts about that. Jesus will meet you in a personal, spiritual way as you walk his land, the land of Israel. So pray about joining us. All the information's on our website. Again, holygroundexplorations.com. That's it for this week. God bless and shalom.